Off air.
Now it says
It's
live.
live. Sweet. Okay, so it's actually recording. Um, well, cool. Nice to meet you, Hannah. Um, you've been taking a lot of online classes?
Yeah, I've all like my foundation classes I've been taking online to get them done with. So I've almost this semester I'll have all my foundations done.
Nice. What do you know? Oh, yeah, there you go. Sorry. So do you know what you want to major in?
Math education actually.
Oh, nice. Are you doing like teach at a high school level or?
Yeah, hopefully. That's what I'd want to do.
So you have to be good at this stuff, basically.
Yeah, and I remember learning this in high school, but some of the things I'm like, oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
So
Um,
right now.
so tell me a little bit about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 20 now. I just turned like a month ago, so I'm not.
Nice.
I live in Rexburg, and I have some on-campus classes, but I'm from Ohio, so
Uh-huh. That's awesome. Um, I'm Connor. I'm 23 years old. Um, I am not in Idaho. I'm living in Arizona right now, hence the time difference between us. Um, what else? Oh, and the only reason I'm here instead of on campus is because I got married almost a year ago, and my wife is doing ultrasound school.
oh, that's cool.
And so while she's doing that, we're staying here. And yeah, as long as we're staying here, I'll be doing online classes, but I'll be going up to Idaho probably not next semester, but the semester after that.
Oh, well, that's good. It's cold right now, so be prepared.
Oh, and it's gonna get bad, huh?
Yeah, I'm already
Um,
free.
so let's see. I do like this though. Like I do like Google Hangouts for um, sharing like homework stuff because
Yeah.
I can pull up my desktop. Seven things here. Present to
Oh,
everyone.
there's like a bunch
Oh dear. Okay. Can you see?
of this is for you.
Okay.
Oh,
Can you see the group quiz?
yeah. Do we need to go over the first part? Because I think we're supposed to talk about if we understand like I don't remember what it is.
Let's see.
It's like
Content.
is it?
Make sure that your team leader is according.
Yeah.
Ensure that each team member understands how to identify each transformation stretch, shrink of the Y values, reflection over the X axis, horizontal shifting and vertical shifting. Make sure that your graphs from the preparation assignment match. Go through the inverse function worksheet.
I guess
Discussing.
you know how all the transformations work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you struggle with anything?
No, I went through like on one of the other pages, and there was like it was like this review thing, and it showed you like what they look like, and then how like different parts of the equation move the graph. I don't know if you see that little page, but it's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
But I guess that really like made it easier.
Wait, where was that? What was it again?
Let's go to the next page.
The next one. No, that's not it.
It's there might be before this one then. Yeah, and go to lesson 3 resources. And then exploring transformation of parent graphs.
Go internet, go. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, because I thought that was pretty cool. Like to look and be able to understand better.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
We
Why
didn't
was
do
I,
X. Did we?
why was I not using this before? Okay.
Because yeah, you just move those little like dots. I'm trying to like point at the screen, but that's not working. You can move those little dots and then it moves it all around.
Oh, this is really cool. Gotcha. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So thank you for showing me that. That's awesome. Can you just put it on a plate for me, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm getting lost. There we go. Let's go back to this. It doesn't even say, oh.
Yeah. I did those problems. Did I do the first one?
For the extension problems?
Yeah. The second one was really different than I thought how you would do it. But it makes sense, but it was kind of like, oh.
How did you do it? Can you show me screens? Here.
I just have it written on like a piece of paper.
Okay.
But I don't know if you'll be able to tell like how I can hold this up to you. But I don't know if this will even help you. Can you tell which one number 2 is? It's really difficult to see.
Oh dear.
It was like I don't know if I didn't like think it through when I was doing it because I ended up like looking it up. So I was like, what am I doing wrong? Because it shows her answer and my answers were not that, but something else.
It's always a bummer when you try really hard, when you check the answer key and none of your answers match. Like, dang it.
Yeah, pretty much how it went.
I'm sorry, I did not take the time to do the extension problems. I totally missed those. But let's go.
That was really like the only thing. I don't know if I did. What was the other thing it said for us that we needed to do?
Huh? No, not yet.
Sorry, what?
It didn't. What else did it say we needed to do? I have way too many tabs open.
Let me pull it up. So it says go over the extension problems. When you have completed the activities for the team leader will submit the video recording on iLearn by copying it to a Word document and uploading it to the Dropbox. Once you've completed the preparation activities, check your answers with the week 2, lesson 3, and 4 instructions. Okay.
Did you do any of the group quiz stuff or?
Yes, I like got so prepared for the group quiz, I did not go over the extension problem.
I thought we were just, I don't know. I didn't do any of the group quiz, to be honest. Because I kind of thought we were just looking over it. We're supposed to like do it together. But next week I will do the group quiz. I promise.
No worries. I mean, maybe we should wait to do it together. I don't know.
I just didn't know how you would have done. I guess the first one, I don't know what to do exactly.
Oh. I maybe should have waited. Yeah, I should have waited.
No, it's okay. This is our first mistakes are supposed to.
Yeah, we're learning. Okay. Well, we can still go over this. Let's go over. That, there we go. Let's get rid of that.
I would think. I mean, some
Google
parts I do, I don't want
Hangouts.
to stay the weekend, but like I said, I don't.
And
I can maybe have.
perfect. So I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah. So I would do this. Either way, I'll get you that by Saturday morning. Okay. Sweet. Well, I will. I have to grab some.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll grab some napkins.
Quick pause. Shai, are you talking to Tasha's mom?
Okay, so it's like, well, I'm gonna go with Blake. He needs to be back by Saturday morning. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. In no way possible that you can come up to work. And then you
Friday?
end up staying. I don't know when what the plan is, but we can talk about it later.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, come my way. You keep coming my way.
Hi. Sorry, I keep interrupting your math meeting. It's okay. Going back and forth. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
whenever someone's talking, it switches.
Oh,
back.
that's really cool. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Nice to meet you too.
And I'll talk to you. I'll just call you.
okay, let's take.
Yeah,
Love
love
you.
you. Okay. Sorry for all the interruptions. Sorry that just everything's going crazy right now.
Life.
Okay, I'm going to screen share. Let's go to the desktop. Start the screen share. Present to everyone. Now it's going crazy. Okay.
Okay.
So for number one, we got the piecewise function.
Yeah.
Are you somewhat familiar and somewhat confident with those?
This like I don't even know what to do. This was I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing how I feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this quiz.
Hey, no worries, no worries.
So I probably should have just looked it up more, but well, you did like yours on the computer. Oh, man.
Yeah, because I figured I could screen share it, and we're gonna have to turn in a copy. So, I'm like kind of confident, but not super confident about it.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me what you were thinking, because I mean, I didn't know if we were supposed to like separate it out into parts, and like if it was supposed to be like different.
And that's okay.
Different.
Like that's okay. When I went to my last meeting, same thing. Just no one was prepared. No one was ready for things. So like I just like made a pact to myself. Like I'm going to like be somewhat confident before I go to this meeting. And that's why I like having a small group, because like in a big group you can maybe get away with like not understanding stuff. But if you're in a small group, you have to know what you're talking about. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to contribute at all, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. I was the same exact way last meeting. But from like for like next meetings and stuff, just we can like text each other, and like if you're struggling with something, you can let me know ahead of time, and I can like try and study it harder or whatever. We're going to use teamwork to get through this class. Sound good? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay. So let's pull this up. So for one, the piecewise function, you got this first. You can see my mouse going along it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
the slope would just be x, and it ends it right here at 1. So I got x plus 1. If x is less than or equal to, I don't have a less than or equal to like key to if that makes sense. So I just put less or equal to 0 because it's on the 0 line. It starts the x at the 0 line and just moves that way, and it's filled in dot instead of
not filled in dot, so it's less than or equal to. Does that sound okay so far? I can't hear you, darn it. Can you hear me? Hannah. Darn it. Ugh. Hannah, can you hear me? There we go.
That's like the problem.
Wait, what?
It's storming outside.
Oh, gotcha.
That's like making things even worse, but sorry.
No worries. So did you get my explanation of the first one, the first part of question 1?
So are you down in between like point on the graph, like as the line? Like as make that
Okay, I can hear you.
Did you hear
Yeah.
any of that? No.
No.
That's okay. So are you supposed to make each like point on the graph an equation? So there'd be like 3 total?
Yes. That's what I have down at least. Let's see. Oh, I'm presenting again. Let's do this. Pull that up again. Where is it? I thought I was there. Oh yeah, there it is. So I'm pretty sure that you need 3 different things. The only thing I was a little bit confused about is seeing other piecewise functions is if the middle one, so like for example this one right here in the middle, it has a slope of -3 and it starts on this 0 line and it goes to just 1. So what I'm confused about is some of the other piecewise functions I saw would say less than or equal to 0, even though it's going this way, even though it's going above 0. And then it'll say less than or equal to 1, which makes sense because this whole line is less than 1. And then over here, same problem. It has a slope of 2, and the y-intercept is going to be 4. So you got 2x minus 4 if x is greater or equal to 1. But I'm almost scared that you have to put less than because of all the other, just from other piecewise functions that I've seen, it says less than or equal to, not greater than or equal to. Do you catch any of that?
Yeah, I would think it would be greater than or equal to 0.
Exactly. Like, it wouldn't make sense for it to be, like, I'm going to stick with this answer. But for some reason, like, looking at other piecewise functions, sometimes it'd say less than when it just didn't make sense.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm just going to.
Greater than or equal to 3. Well, are both of them okay? So did you change it or did you keep it?
I kept it. So I kept greater than because it just made more sense in my head.
Okay, so you're doing not what online said? Is that what you're saying? Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense if they were both, because didn't you say earlier that they were both like greater than whatever?
So, like, for example, let's take this middle one. Negative 3x plus 1. This line right here has a slope of -3, and its y-intercept is 1. So that's easy.
Yeah.
But the part of the it's this line. It's greater than it. It makes sense for it to be greater than 0 because from here to here, this whole line is higher than 0, and everything less than 0 is going that way.
Yeah. What was online telling you to say?
I don't know. Just like looking at different looking at other examples, sometimes I'd see a less than when it didn't quite make sense. So it kind of made me doubt myself, but I'm pretty sure this is right.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Cool. And then for 2, I graphed out the following equation. And so it's a cubed equation or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I ended up getting these bullet points, and it's a terrible sketch, but that's what it's supposed to look like. This line right here.
Mm-hmm.
So for transformations, I got it going 5 down and 3 to the right. Pretty confident about that. Its domain and range, pretty obvious. It's going -infinity to infinity on both.
Yeah.
It's not a power function. It's a
Cube.
Is it cubic or just cubed?
Sorry, cubic.
cubic function. I wasn't sure. I was just double checking. And now I wasn't positive on this, but I drew a second
Double-
line. Is that symmetric or no?
I think symmetry is like if you were to draw like a line down the middle, you could fold over itself. Like you know how the absolute value is a V?
Uh-huh.
I think that one's symmetrical because you can, like, it's the same on each side as if they were to flip it.
Oh, gotcha. So
Yeah.
that does make sense.
So I don't think a cubic can be symmetrical. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think it can because it's like the S kind of shape.
So wait, so you think it is symmetrical or it isn't?
I don't think a cubic graph can be symmetrical.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then it says discuss, right over here it says discuss symmetry odd and even.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't know the difference, and I should probably look into it a little bit more, but as far as my understanding goes, I'd say there's no symmetry.
Yeah, even if you were to like, if it means odd and even, maybe like inversing it, like how she had us do that one practice where we inversed it. I still don't think it's symmetrical.
I don't think it's gonna be symmetrical, yeah.
Yeah.
And then state where the function is increasing and decreasing. It's always decreasing, right?
Yeah. Which
Okay.
line is the line the graph line?
Sorry, say that again.
Which line on your picture is the graph?
This one going down this way.
Yeah.
So, can I delete this other one? No. Yeah, I can. There you go. So that's basically what it looks like.
Yeah.
So no, it doesn't increase. It just decreases. So I just put negative infinity to infinity,
Mhm.
and then increasing, I just said it doesn't increase.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I think
So that's about it. Do you have any other questions?
no.
Alright.
So next week, do we want to do the group quiz together, like on here, or be both have it done? Makes sense.
We should what was I gonna say? We probably shouldn't have it done. We should do it when we get together, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Well, glad I found a small group that can be flexible.
Yeah.
And then like I'm chill. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. I'm not gonna understand everything. I'm probably gonna get a lot of stuff wrong. So we're gonna
It's
help
like-
each other out and get each other through this semester. Oh dang, I can't hear you. Anyways, I'll see you next Tuesday. And yeah. And I'll turn in the group quiz for us and submit our broadcast.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Good to meet you, Hannah.
You too.
Have a good rest of the night.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.